welcome back to Power BI Advanced Full course. In this section, we are going to learn about various types of joins that is present in Power Query. So let me explain what are the types of joins are there. Then we go inside how each different types of join we will be choosing from the Power Query and how the result is effective. So first, let's come to the left outer join. So left outer join is nothing but left table, and right join means it is basically the reference. Right means right table, left means left table. And in this case, since it is called as left outer join or left join, it means that we are getting all the records from the left table and the records which is also present in right table, this particular section. So from right table also it is getting this record, this common records, and the remaining part from the left. So basically left table means the entire portion or entire records that we are getting from the left, and right table, it's since this portion is also part of the right table, so this record also coming. So wherever we are referring as a left table, so we are getting all the records from the entire left table. In case of full outer join, it is let me come to this full outer join later part. Let me explain right join. This is nothing but right outer join, or maybe you sometimes get as right join, both are same. So in previous section we have seen the left one where all the records is coming from the left table. In this case all the records are coming from the right table. It is how you are choosing the or which table you are choosing as first. So whatever table you are choosing first, that is being treated as left table, and whatever table you are choosing next or second time, that acts as a right table. So in this case if you choose right table and if you are doing the right join, so it means you are getting all the records from the right table, that means second table. And where in full outer join, it means it getting all the records from the left table and all the records from the right table, and it's making all as in complete full outer join. And in this case whatever overlap will be there in between, that also will be repeating twice, because one is for left table and second time when we joining from the right table also, these records from the right table also will be repeating. So this common section will be repeating twice, and that's how it creates a full outer join. These three commonly used, and we have another most important, that is called inner join. So inner join is, suppose we need the common section where we're interested to get only the common part. In this case you can see that here this common part is shown as red color and we are interested for this part. That time inner join comes very handy. Let's say suppose we have some bank customer and from the left table, and they having the accounts with the bank, and in the right table let's say we have a customer who is having the FD, like fixed deposit. So this part is a common one, or maybe let me give you this example in a different way. This left table, it containing the member, the bank customer member who is having the FD, and this right table, these customers having FD like fixed deposit along with the credit card. And you wanted to know the common section where who are those customers who is having the fixed deposit as well as customer credit card. So in this case This is the perfect example for the inner join. In this case, we will be using the inner join. And let me come to the another two types of join, which is comes in the Power Query. So these two is nothing but left anti means everything that comes whatever only present in the left table. So that case it will not use this common part which is sharing the same data point between left table and right table. So it will give only the rest of the part from the left, that is called as left anti-join. And similarly for right anti-join, it will keep rest of the part from the right table and it will not keep the result for the same or sharing data points which is being shared by left and right. So right anti-join means it will keep all the part which is not commonly being used with the two table. So let me go back to Power Query Editor, or let me open the data set and explain how this works. So first I'll show you as the another part. In previous video I have already explained about the append, and this time first I'll show you as the merge one. Merge is nothing but it's being used as a substitute of VLOOKUP. First, I will give few in few moments how VLOOKUP is works, and same thing we'll be doing using merge, and that merge is nothing but this used as this join. So let me open the uh, Power Query and explain how it works. So this is the blank Excel where I'll be showing, I'll be taking the store table. These are the store table as you have seen, and this is the sales table that you are able to see. And let's say we want to see how this being, how we are treating, like let's say let me copy the table, this store ID first and paste it over here, and let me open this sum, this total sales one, and let's say let's say our sales values. This is sales table. Okay, so let me, yeah, here is the total sales table. Fine. So what I'll do, this is a store ID. Let's say for only store 10, there is a total sum, and let me do a sum value. What is the total sum? It is 99 lakhs. So let me bring this total amount from a different table. Let's say this is the total 99 lakhs are there, and this table is present over here. Let's say store and total sum is 99 lakh. And I'll be getting these store IDs information, the total sum over here in this sheet. How to do that? Using VLOOKUP. I'll be choosing this and choose this one. As you can see, it is 99 lakhs. So this is same thing we are doing using VLOOKUP, but this same thing will be doing using Power Query using the append method. Sorry, the merge method. Append method I have already explained in the previous video, but this time I'll be explaining in the merge one. So for merge one, let me open the Power Query editor. For that I'll bring the Excel first, the data first. So in this case I will choose the store information, store table, choose this, but it's recommended always use this table format. But in this case, I'm choosing this. I'll use to. I'll just create the connection. So this has created only just the connection. So let me bring the another one. And this time is I want the total. This sales table containing all the store three informations. I'll move this. I'll choose the sales table. Again, close and move to. And just create the connection. Only create connection. Okay. These two table has been loaded and created just the connection. Now I can straight away go over here get data, and from combine queries I can use the merge, or we can do another way, like we can directly double click over here and the Power Query Editor will be opening. You can do either way, and you can go from here home and use merge query. So I'm going to close this. I'll go from here get data. I'll use combine queries. So in this case I'm using merge because merge will do exactly the same thing what VLOOKUP does, and I'll click on OK. Like I'll click on that one. This is the portion where the join comes. As I explained that whichever table, in this case we have two tables, sales table and store table. If I choose sales table first, this will act as a left table. If I choose store first, so store will act as a left table. Similarly, this is the second one. If I choose sales second time, so sales will work as a second table or the right table. And if I choose store in the second time, so store table will work as a right table. So let me choose any one of these. So I will first choose the store. I want this store to be used as left table. In this case, as you can see the preview, store ID is 10, 11 and 12 is there, and this is the information that already you've seen. And the second table of the right table, I want sales table, and this is the preview of the data set. And as you can see, the entire data set preview has been shown over here. Here you can see that left outer join. So left, it's asking for left outer join. So if I click on this drop down, you can see left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, all the 6 types of joins what I have explained in the PowerPoint, that is present over here. So if you look closely from the left outer join, all from first and that common factors which is getting or repeating in the second. So let me open the PowerPoint, and as you can see all the records from the left and this common part which is also being repeated in the right table, that will bring as a result. So I'm going to perform this. I'll click on store, and this is for sales. Okay. Okay, so this is the store one and this is the sales one. Okay, now you can see this OK button is not at all visible because we have not chosen the relationship. In this case, we have to give which column is going to create the connection between these two tables. Remember that when we go into the data model, that time we used to drag and drop, and there also we have seen this same thing during the append one. So in this same case, we have to give the common column which is sharing the two data points. In this case, I want this to be on basis of this store ID. So I'll choose this And in the second table also we have seen store id. Yeah, so these two are common, so I have chosen these two store id, and I'll click on ok. This is asking for refresh, so I'll do the refresh, and this table name has come as merged one. So you can change the name from here. So for time being I am not going to change the name of this table. I'll click like I'll let it be like that. I'll go home and I'll choose close and loop, and at this time I want to choose existing worksheet, and instead of default I want to print it in A, and click on OK. So I can use this, or we can use, as I have explained in the previous videos, that we can use this data as a data model. See, if I click on this, it will automatically by default add in the data model section, and it will work as a entire different query, and this we can use for our business purpose to solve various business related questions. We can give the answer from this uh, this data model. So I'm not doing this. I'll click on OK, and it will print over here. Here, if you see in the March, like in the if I open the store ID, you cannot see this. You can see only manager and employee is the last ID, and if I open this here also, you can see that it is the last one. But what we need the total. I wanted to see the store ID along with the total sales from the sales table. You can get all other informations, but for time being, for explanation purpose, I need only the total somewhere. So I'll open this Power Query editor, and if you closely look into this March one, if I come right, you can see that sales table is there and stable information is there. And the top right corner, you can see one icon like this. Left and right icon is there. So if I click on OK, I'll keep this expanded. And I don't have all the informations. I need just the total sales. So I'll choose this total sales and click on OK. I'll go back to home, click on close, and let me close this. And you can see that all the information has come for the total sales, and this is for all the store. As you can see, store 10, 11 and 12. This same thing how if we look up works, and the same information we have brought from the two different tables. This is nothing but it's also called as merge. So in merge we can choose either left or right. So I'll uh, create few two small table to explain rest of these joins, like left already I have explained, and I am going to explain the full right, right empty, inner and left empty. So for that, let me create two table. I'll quickly create two table. So for that, let's say this is in CR. Let me quickly convert this into tables. For that shortcut is Control T, and we have the header. So click on OK, and this is, you have to remember the table name, because this is the on basis which we are going to create this left and right, or we are going to uh, create the joins. So in this case it is table 2. So let me give the name like join, or maybe let me keep it like that as a table. I'll just keep in mind. So let me create some more common store ID. So I keep it to 4. Create one more here. 6. This should be 120. Keep 6. 246 is the common one. 7, 8. This 3. Okay. So now I have created two table, and this table is table 3. This table is table 2. So I'll quickly create the connection. For that I can go to the data and click on from table and range. This is the table 2, and click over here, choose and move to. I just create the connection with it. This is the table 2, and from table range, so choosing the 3, choose and move to, and create just the connection. So both table 2 and 3, it has created the connection. Now one by one the operation to see how in depth, so how this works on the joins. So I'll close this one. I'll go over here. I'll click on common queries and click on merge. So in this case we have remembered the table 2 is the first one, this one, and this is exactly matching. Okay, I need to remove rename. Okay, so I need to refresh it. Refresh. Okay, now I'll go over here, common queries, click on merge. So I'll choose table 2. Okay, this is a preview, so nothing to worry. I was thinking that this was approved data, so we approved, but it has 6. So this is fine, it's a preview. And table 3 is this one. And as you can see, up to 8 it has taken as a preview. So this is the left outer join. Let me see how this works. So I'll choose the common factor. In this case, store ID is a common one. So I'll click on OK. So this time, since we want to perform the left outer join, it will bring all the records from this table, which is acting as a lift table, since we have chosen this as the first time. So it will bring all the records for store ID 1 till 5, and it will also bring the common, which is here 2, 4, and 6 is there, which is not shown over here, and that also will bring. So let me click on OK, and this time I'll click on close and list it over here. And as you can see that it has brought all the records from 1 till 6. 1 till 6 it has brought 2, 4 and 6, but it has not brought these over here because we have not chosen that table. So for taking that down, click on it, and here you can see that table 3 has come, and here we can explain. I don't need all the students and the sales, so click on OK, and then over here use on, and this time you can see that another 2, 4 and 6 also it has come up over here. This was the left table. Let change this. We can bring that straight away, that join part by clicking on this settings view or settings icon. I'll click on here, and this time instead of left we want to right. So and this time it will bring all the tables from the right table. Let me see how it works. So I'll go over here and click on OK. As you can see that all the common records it has come over here, and this is the table from sales table. It has brought all the sales table. Since we have chosen in the settings only the 246, that's it, because this table is being used as uh, left one, so it is keeping it as left one and this is keeping as right one, but it has brought all the records from the right table. So let me change the orientation for that. And over here, okay, let me close this. And this time instead of 2, I'll choose 3. And this is 1. Instead of 3, I'll choose 2. And I want to do the right outer join. Or maybe we can go from the left outer join so that it will work smoothly, and whatever the output we want to get, it will give as per our wish. And you can see all the records from the right outer join. Because I'm considering this is a right outer join, I've just switched the second table as a left table. Let me go back to this query and I'll explain how this full outer join works. So this time let me choose this again, the default one. I'll choose full outer join and I'll give this column connection and load. Okay, so I have not chosen the table 3. For that I'll choose and click over here. I want only sales, close and load. And as you can see that it has shown all the records. Like as you can see, if you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So from 1 till 9, all the records are over here. But it has brought the store ID only from the left table, and it has brought sales table from the left, as well as the common one like 2, 4 and 6, 2, 4 and 6, that also brought from this table. And since we have done the full outer join, it has brought all the records from the left and all the records from the right. But this time it has not brought the store ID, because we remember that during the filtered portion we have not chosen the store ID, we have chosen the only sales one. That's the reason it has come. If we would have chosen both the columns, then it would have created another column called a store ID over here, and adjacent column it should have shown this sales amount. So let me explain that how it works. So if I double click on it, if I close this and choose this, I want it to be shown over here. Okay, close and go. And as you can see, it has come up over here. And to explain quickly the rest of the joins, and I don't need all those, and only the cells, and I will choose this. Let me do only the inner one, because this time common we have seen that 2, 4 and 6 is the common one, so I'll choose the inner one. Click on OK, close and go, and it should have shown only 2, 4 and 6, and as you can see 2, 4 and 6. Okay, so now we'll see the anti one. Over here I'll show you the left anti. Okay, so it will not give the common one, so it will eliminate 2, 4 and 6. It will, the result should have come 1, 3, 5. Click OK. One, 3, and 5. So let me do the last one. We do the right one, right empty. So click on the settings, and then this is the last one. So it should have come 7, 8, and 9. And since it has not come stored ID because we have not given this stored ID from the right table, that's why it's not showing the stored ID, but it has given the record for 7, 8, and 9, which is 282 over here, 281 over here, 320. So that's what is the joins all about. We have already explained the append, and now I have explained the merge. These are the very common. And lastly, in this data model, I will explain a last topic, that is how we can combine all the three from if it is a three different sheet is there. So basically, I wanted to explain because let's say from three different store, it's creating three different uh, like the data is generating in text format, but not all together in one place. Let's say in three location, it is creating the text file, and it's coming from all the three source as text file. And I want to combine all the three text file in one data set to create one single data set like this table. And I want to treat, or I want to use this data set in our data model. So I will explain how we can do that. So let's say create a new sheet, and I'll go over here in data. Let me explain what are the data sets. Let's say this is sales data, and it's coming from the store 10 from a different location, store 11 from a different location, and store 12 from a different location. I want to combine all these three sales data in one single data set. So let me use this and bring all the data sets. But let's say we don't want to do it one by one. In that case, we know only the folder. So if this is present in this sales data folder, so I will give the reference or the path as a folder. So we can click over here, file from folder, and this time I want to give sales data. This is the file folder, and it's asking what are the data, and it is showing all the three data sets that I have shown just now. And I'll click on combine. So if I do click and combine, it will combine all the three data sets. So I can either click on combine and transform, combine and load, and we can create the connection by here. So I want to combine and transform the data over here. Basically, I want to see this is the first file by default, or we can click on this. It is the first file. It will give only the preview based upon first 200 rows. And this is the preview, as you can see. This is the second table. And this is the third table. I'll click on OK, and the Power Query editor will be opening, and we can see that one additional column has been created, that is source name. Like we just wanted to explain which records or what the records has come from which table. So this entire record has come from the stool 10, similarly for stool 11 and 12 also it is shown. This is for the reference purpose. It's very helpful to get if or validate like which data source has come from which data points. So this is the enter type, and if you want to change any data types from here, you can change it over here. So this should be like let me make it as text. This current one. This should be it. It has given us error because already I in my previous videos I have explained that if how to fix these errors if it is not in proper date format. So you can go and watch from there. For timing I'm going to explain over here. I'm keeping this as text. So click on current database. So like that, if you wanted to change any data points over here, it would have changed. And I'll do this because already all the three data stores has been combined, and in this case I'll click on close and load. And as you can see, the entire data set has been created for all the store together 10, 11 and 12, and it is working as a database where you can use this data to create the data model. So that's all for now. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I'll come with another exciting video. Thank you.